Yes, people, welcome back to the only YAHYAH. And of course, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about 3 metrics that Carrick needs to meet in order to keep the Manchester United job. Now, there's another rounds going around of people talking about Michael Carrick, talking about, oh, he should get the job because of this, and a lot of reasons and a lot of good, I would say, a lot of good points and a lot of pros have been given for Carrick. And I do understand everyone's right now quite happy about the experience that we are having and seeing the quality of football in which we are watching with Michael Carrick. But also we have to be aware that we have to have a bit of reservations about why he shouldn't get the job. Now, in my opinion, the only reasons why he shouldn't get the job is if he fails on these 3 metrics, the metrics that I'm about to give you. Now, the reason why I'm giving you these metrics is I think they are simple, but they are also in depth. We have to really understand why these 3 simple metrics is the measurements for why, like, he should actually be able to get the job. We should be able to also explain these metrics for you guys more in depthly. So make sure you stick around for it. So let's get into it. Number 1, we're going to be talking about style of play. Now, he needs to show a clear style of play. Now, when I say style of play, it has to be a basis. We need to see what the team needs to do every game, what we want to do. So the unnegotiables within the system. So is it hard work? Is it low block? Is it quick passes within a system? Like, what are the things that we need to identify within the system in order for us to be able to have a better team? Now, also within that style of play, each player that we buy, we're supposed to be able to identify each player for what position. And we can clearly see what Michael Carrick wants. He wants to be able to adapt not only from a 4-4-2, but to a 4-2-3-1, or sometimes to a 4-3-3, which is very easy to do in a formation like that. You can also adapt to a 4-4-2 diamond. So there's a lot of adaptability as well within a system, which is also things in a system with what we're looking for. So all these small, like, metrics within that main metric is what we need to see him meeting in order for us to be like, okay, we can clearly identify a certain style of play. Now, in that style of play, we need to also be able not only to identify each player, but also within that style of play, we need to be able to identify what each player needs to be able to do outside of being this quality. So what I mean by that is, like, say he likes a right back who is technically sound, hardworking, good on the ball. Okay? Now, you want to now be able to see, okay, but does he like a right back? Does the team play a lot in transition? So do we need to look for like a Trent Alexander-Arnold prototype? A right back who is defensively better, but also can drift inside and meet with the midfield, play long passes. Those small metrics within the system, within a player, is also the things we need to identify that we can add to the team. You see, like how we have a left back, like Dogo, we can see, okay, he wants powerful runners as wingers. He wants people that's willing to just keep moving, running, and flexible within a system. So these are the small things we need to be identifying, and we are already identifying these small things. Now, the second metric I think we need to be able to identify for Carrick is, let's talk about getting into the top 4. Now, he has to get into the top 4. It is imperative that he gets into the top 4-5 and gets United Champions League football. Now, a lot of us might be like, but the team is in a good place, so he has to get it. It's already sure now. He has to continuously build the team through that system that I was talking play, that style of play. Build them through that system or style of play, and build the team in that period and get top 5, top 4. So it's not only about just getting top 5, top 4. Yes, he got results the first 2, 3 games, but now we have to see the small things, which we already seen, like Kobe Manu coming in. We've seen a lot more hard work, us playing a lot more, trapping teams and working and pressing in not playing on the one-on-one, but pressing in doubles and triples. The guy closest to the ball presses the ball. All these things we are identifying. So now he has to be able to use those things, not making a result-based thing, use that system, that style of play, and get into the top 5. We need it for the money, for us to bring in better players. You know, we're looking for wingers. If we were in the Champions League, Manchester United can attract players like Vinicius Jr., can attract players like Rodrigo. We can attract top young wingers. We're not talking about young players from Real Madrid that's only that they are 30 years old. These guys are 25, 26. They're still young, and think about how many Champions League both of them have won. So we can attract these players, especially if we have Champions League football. There is no doubt. With quality, with a good system and a style of play that is attracted to the eyes, of course we will. And now the last point I have, which would be my third one, is he has to develop young players, and he has to create that link between the academy and the first team. We need to see more of young players coming through and playing. I feel like under Amorim, yes, he played young players because of a necessity and not because of opportunity. And that is the problem I had with Amorim. You're not supposed to be only playing young players because of necessity. No, I also do understand that this is Manchester United. You need men in the team in order for you to be successful. There is no longer way you can go win the Premier League with a bunch of Gary Nevilles, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, and we know the class of 92. There is no way you can go and win any Premier League right now with a bunch of young players. Think that's what Arsenal thought they could have done. Arsenal wasn't really building for the future. Yes, they were building. No, let me get it right. Arsenal was building for the future, but they also thought that they could have won with the younger players. But as they go on, they realize they have to continuously add experience within the team. And that's why they brought in players like Jorginho, in order for them to be able to have some sort of winners within the environment, senior players. That's why Arteta was so sad about Xhaka. Because yes, Xhaka went to win, but Xhaka's mentality is a winner. I think if Xhaka was still at Arsenal right now, he'd probably have won the league. I think so. But yeah, it is very evident and very necessary, and it is imperative that he meets that metric of developing young players. We see young players like Kobe Manu, who's in the team now. We see JJ Gabriel, Shea Lacey, Chido Obi. These are young, talented, young footballers within the system that I feel like Ethan Wheatley, Toby Collier, Harry Hamas. And I don't think a lot of those players are top Premier League quality. But I think incorporating them within the system, giving them an actual chance within a platform in which they know how to play, will give them the best opportunity in order for them to become better players. And this is why I think it's very important for Carrick to meet these 3 metrics. So yes, people, it's been your boy, YAHYAH, of course, coming to you from a backyard. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Keep hitting the bell for notifications, of course, as we can keep bringing you great content going forward. Have a good day. Take care, my people. Stay sexy. Ciao.